today. So we already did our introductions. We are going to get started directly with our honors, and that is students with a 3.25 and above. And what stood out to us is that when we looked at our honor roll students, we actually had more students on high honors than we had honors. And again, this is a year in which students were not on campus for a large majority of time. And so when you talk about that independent component of our school, you really had to live up to that. And this year in particular, with new students in our largest freshman class, I also want to give a special shout out to our freshmen who have done a tremendous amount of work and shows up here. So I'm going to read through the list of our honor students. That is those with a 3.25 GPA and above. So first and foremost, Diego Aguilar, Rowan Baines, Isabella Carmichael, Larissa Griffin, Aiden Henry, JV, Jan Victor Picarzo, Alana Martinez, Ava Marie Melendez, Phoebe Olson, Hudson Papahafizit, and Milo Schwartz. So let's all give them a round of applause for their hard work. Great job. And your awards will be available for pickup at our upcoming materials pickup day. So just to give everybody a heads up, anybody recognized here will have the opportunity to pick up their awards in person at our next material pickup. So next, I wanted to transition over to our high honors. That is those students that have a 3.75 and above. And as you can tell, there were so many students, we had to break it into 2 slides. Unbelievable job, guys. Again, a huge, huge shout out for all of your hard work. I think, we understand this is just names on a paper, but there is so much that went into these grades. So let's start with Diego Alfaro, Amy, Jack Bielenson, Mia, Katie, our twins, Ali Cahigas, Damian Casey, Linnea Christensen, Angelina Del Monte, Tatiana Edwards, Lynn Fong, Madeline Genovi, Maxine Genovi, keeping it in the family, Layla Gilman, and Robert Goldhammer. So they are our high honors. That is just the students A to G. As I said, we have so many, we have to spill on to another slide. So our other high honor recipients include Tommy Hack, Colin Hogson, Angela Lasatinola, Rhymes, Sarah Mazar, Gabriella Molina, Hunter Papahafizit, again, another family recognized here, Madison Poole, Miranda Rios, T. Samuelson, Evan Schilling, Yasmin Torrance, Nino Tosco, and Donovan Valido. That is students that had a 3.75 or higher. So again, another round of applause. Great job, everybody. And our next piece of the awards is I'm going to stop talking, which I'm sure some of us are happy about, and I'm going to turn it over to our teachers. And we are going to recognize students for individual accomplishments. So we're going to start with our 9th grade award winners. And again, I want to emphasize these are students that are brand new to our campus, to our community, and really have gone not just above and beyond, but even beyond that piece. And so I'm going to turn it over to our teachers. So Miss Cowling and Miss Meditz.
It's actually Miss Woods, who you didn't let introduce herself.
She was a late join. We were busy putting together our science materials. Go ahead, Miss Woods. I apologize.
It sounds like she can't unmute herself, Mr. Dobson.
I do want to say that you accidentally skipped Imogen Garrison in the high honors, so I wanted to make sure that she got her name read because she worked really, really hard for that too. It says I don't have permission.
So Miss Woods, or Miss Callie, I just made you a co-host as well. You should be able to unmute. So is Miss Del Monte. I'm not seeing Miss Woods on my end, so I apologize for that.
There she is. Oh, sorry.
Awesome.
Nope, I can't.
Yay, I did it. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yay. Hello, everyone. I am Mrs. Woods. I apologize for being late. I was trying to rush home after setting up the science materials. So I am the BLA science teacher. I also teach health and I am an academic coach. And it is my absolute privilege tonight to recognize Rhymes for a 9th grade award. We as a team chose Rhymes because she is just an absolute rock star student every single week. She comes to every workshop with a positive attitude. Her work is such a high quality. When she has trouble, she reaches out for help. She's happy to help her peers. She works well in groups. She's just overall an outstanding student. She's already thinking about her future. She has asked where she can volunteer in the community. There are just not enough good things to say about her. So we want to mention that all of our students are absolutely fantastic. And this semester, we really just wanted to recognize her efforts and say congratulations, Rhymes, on your 9th grade award.
Awesome. Congratulations, Rhymes. All right. Our next Freshman's Award. So we can take it away, Ms. Cowley.
Is it Mrs. Cowley?
Go ahead, Ms. Meditz.
Okay. So Diego, the team chose you for a 9th grade award because you are just a stellar student and stellar participant in all of our classes. One of the first things that I noticed about you when we started school is you're not afraid to participate in class. And I just always enjoy what you have to say in our class discussions. You have a great attitude. You turn in all of your work. It is clean and well done to a very high standard. And you are just such a skilled Spanish reader, speaker, and writer. It's always a pleasure to see your work. So I'm excited that I get to spend 3 years being your teacher. So we're just super excited that you're here at BLA and keep up the great work.
Good job, Diego. And maybe we should say 4 years because our hope is that all of our Spanish students are going to go through 4 years of a foreign language. So awesome. Thank you, Ms. Meditz. All right, we're going to transition over to our 10th grade awards. For that, we're going to have Miss Selby starting off, I believe. So here we go.
I'm excited to present an award to Amy Aliaga. She has just consistently been amazing this year. I just can't, she's just been so unflappable with online learning. We all agreed, when we talked about who to give these awards to, that we wanted to award students who have been doing consistent, high quality work. And that is exactly what Amy has done all year, which is pretty amazing when you consider the situation that we're in right now. I've almost hardly heard from her this year. She's hardly even needed me. But when she does, she reaches out, and that's so important. She's just doing an amazing job, and we're really proud of Amy.
So, thank you, Miss. So let's clap it up for Amy. Great work. All right, up next, we're going to turn it over to Miss Eichner for the other 10th grade award.
So I'm going to talk about Justin Freeman, who was actually one of our new sophomores coming in. And one of the reasons why we did, as a staff, want to recognize Justin is because not only as a new student to BLA, but as a new in this kind of new environment, he jumped in right away, was participating first day of class, always speaks up. And what I appreciate as well is not only in my class and others, we rely on you guys to know when it's okay to build that class time of, right before class, making jokes, getting people, knowing that you're there and seeing each other, that social interaction. We actually like to see that. And Justin is always good about that, as well as knowing exactly when to stop, when we need to get class going. And I appreciate that so much. Me not having to say, okay, let's be in focus, but he does that really well. He's also extremely hard worker. All of his work is, he's putting a lot of time and effort into it. And so we want to say good job, keep it up, and way to start off new at BLA. So good job.
Great job, Justin. We're so happy to have you as part of our community. He returned back to NCS, a former PAC student. So up next, we have our 11th grade awards. And for this, we have Miss Eichner and Miss Stalter. So, take it away.
Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna talk about Larissa. Larissa, I see you, or I hate to do this, but can you turn your camera on? Because you know I like to talk to you, not like at blank screens. Anyway, I am so excited and so proud to talk about how hard Larissa has worked this whole semester. She has taken on a college class at Los Rios. She has taken on, my class, and I kind of challenged her to make it something that actually challenges her. My kiddos will tell you, I set a bar in my class, then I ask you to push beyond it. And she really has. Her writing is excellent. Watching her grow and gain that confidence in her learning is amazing. And I'm just so proud to watch her, in spite of, I think all of us teachers feel this way. The situation that we are in is tough. It's hard. And we're watching all of you just do amazing things. And so it was really, really hard to pick one or two kids from each grade level. But really, Larissa, you stood out as a kid who stood up more for herself and started to really push herself into what we knew you were capable of. And so we're just so proud of you. Congratulations.
Great job, Larissa. All right, up next, Miss Eichner for our other 11th grade award.
So first off, I just want to say, Eva, that we kind of had a little toss up of who gets to say all the nice things about Eva. Was it going to be Miss Stelter? Was it going to be me? And you had Miss Meditz had lots of things. Miss Selby, we all would love to say great job. Also, new student to VLA. A couple of things we want to point out is Eva's always smiling coming into class. She greets her peers. She interacts with everybody. We never have to worry about which group Eva's in, because we know she's going to be very kind and welcoming and all of those nice things. Eva also has done a great job in her Spanish class. One of the things that is very unique about VLA is that even when we're not in a pandemic, it's really up to the students to reach out for help. And Eva's done this. She's constantly asking questions.
Oh, I think we having some technical issues there. I had a couple things that I can add in. I don't know, Ms. Stalter, did you want to? But I was going to maybe add a couple things as well. I will just maybe add that Eva is new to VLA. She's reached out. She's connected with her teachers. She also, and maybe here's a good time, has helped with another student start a new club. So that may be something of interest to some.
I also just think it's so fun. Am I unmuted? I am. Okay. I also think it's so fun. I don't know. Again, I said this when I was talking about Laura. We know that you we know that everybody's going through a lot, and there are ways that Eva makes us teachers feel happy. Like she will answer questions in different colors the whole way down her answers. So when I scroll through it, I see a rainbow. And I know she's probably just, look at her, she's adorable. She's just being a teenager. And I just love seeing that. It just makes me happy, and it brings back why I do what I do. So thanks.
Miss Eichner, it looks like you're back now. Do you want to?
I just kept going. You guys all went black, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to keep on talking. And I was speaking to the air, and it was like, oh, well, who knows? Maybe you can hear me not. I'm sure Miss Salter said some great things, Eva. We just want to say congratulations. You're doing a wonderful job. And if she didn't mention also, you're stepping into being a leader here on campus, starting a new club, getting things going. So we're also proud of you and all the hard work that you're doing, and we appreciate you. So good job.
Thank you, Ms. Eichner. Our next award will be presented again by Ms. Stalter and Ms. Meditz. And so our next award recipient is Milo Schwartz.
Milo! I get to talk about Milo. So you guys don't know, but I love to brag about my kids. Milo, I first had Milo last year as a junior, and he came in very uncertain about me because I'm known to be tough. I know it doesn't seem that way, but and he came in very uncertain about his writing skills. And in the last year and into now his senior year, I have just watched him flourish. He has shown this great amount of commitment and focus to his studies. And on top of that, he's taken on a job and he's working amidst this pandemic. And he's really doing all of the things that we hope to see our seniors doing, and he's thriving. And as his AC, there's so many times where I get on these calls with him and I'm like, I don't have anything to talk to you about. Like, I just want to hear how amazing you're doing. And so we're just so happy to see that. All of the teachers are thrilled to see him really ready to take on the world. And we're just here to cheer you on. So congratulations to you, Milo. We think you're amazing.
Good job, Milo. All right, and our next award winner will be presented by Miss Maditz.
So one of our 12th grade growth awards goes to Katie. And we chose Katie for an award in the 12th grade class because she's such a stellar, conscientious student. And she puts so much effort into her work at VLA. Last semester, we took on a completely new learning approach in Spanish, and she embraced it, and she demonstrated so much thoughtfulness and intelligence and dedication to her Spanish studies. It's a class of lots of really, really capable students, and just her consistency and hard work and dedication to her studies really shined this past semester. So we're very proud of you, Katie. Keep up the great work. And I hope you take a little Spanish in college.
Also, great job, Katie. So with that concludes our grade level awards. And again, as the teachers referenced, these were really, really challenging to pick, to really narrow it down to 2 students. There were so many students that, again, could have been recognized. And again, I want to congratulate all of you for your incredible work this semester. It's been a pleasure working with all of you in all these individual settings. It's a weird year, but I see, some smiling faces on the camera, and I think back to some of just our material pickups and, the picture day. And so those little moments has really helped all of us and definitely filled our bucket. And so while we have the individual grade level awards, we also want to recognize students specifically for each subject area. And so, as you know, for some classes like Spanish, that may span all 4 grades, same as, some of our English courses. And so whatever that teacher is teaching, they gave an individual award. So obviously we've broken up English between 9, 10, and then 11, 12. But we have 1 social studies award, 1 Spanish, 1 science, a PE award, and a drawing award. So with that, we are going to turn it over to Miss Cowling, who will present our first award. So Miss Cowling, there you go.
Yay. Okay. So yeah, as Mr. Dobson said earlier, these started off as departmental awards, but then Miss Stalter and I had to have this cage match over who was going to get the English department award. So Mr. Dobson was really nice to us to say, okay, well, each teacher gets to choose somebody, right? And so the purpose of this is to really give each individual teacher a chance to spotlight someone who really stands out in our class, which was really hard for me because the 2 groups that I work with, the freshmen and sophomores, they really have a lot of personality. I was so happy with these 2 classes. And they are amazing in so many different ways. But I have to say that I knew that I wanted to pick Lynn because, and I'm not sure if they are here, hopefully they will see this eventually, but I chose Lynn because even in the small assignments that I do, the writing sprints, or, just answer these questions, not only are their answers like spot on, like, wow, that's exactly what I was looking for, but there is so much voice. I can so hear their voice when they're answering the questions, because they're always like, well, this is what I was thinking. And this is, and this is how I got to this point. And so, there are other times where there are assignments where it just knocked my socks off. I had the freshmen this year do a how-to video about something that they learned this year to teach other freshmen or other new students about something that we do here at VLA. And Lynn's project was just amazing. I just went through and I shared it with all the teachers, and I kept going, oh my gosh, you have to watch this. This is so great. And so, that's why I chose Lynn among all of the awesome freshmen and sophomores in my class, because they really exemplify going above and beyond in a lot of things. And they're very, what's the word? Very, don't believe that they, stand out when they really do. And so I really want them to know that we see them. So congratulations, Lynn. Super proud of you.
Great job, Lynn. All right, and with that, we are going to turn it over to Miss Eichner. There we go.
Yes, so sometimes it's hard for me to also pick, because the seniors this year, I've had all 4 years. And so, starting in world geography and ending up in government and econ. But actually this year it turned out to be easy pick for me. And the reason is because Jack took on something very difficult. I would not say difficult, but unique in this year and in an election year. What's nice about Natomas Charter Schools, we have had this, we host one of the candidate forums for the Natomas Unified School Board. And it's something that we pride ourselves on. Ms. Quinn has started it, and it is something that's gone on every year, and we host it. And this year we were going to do it virtually for the first time. And how would that go? And then Jack said, well, I might be interested in that in my senior project. And I was like, yes, we need someone representing from VLA to work on this. I'm so excited for you. He took this on with a lot of his own goals. He wants to, thinking something that maybe he wants to work in politics someday. And if he does, I'm going to vote for him, because he's got a lot of work ethic and he understands how things work. So when we first started the project, it's all about research, right? How do we put this together? Jack dived in and did some serious research on these candidates locally. If you don't know, a lot of times it's hard to find what their positions are, where they at. They don't have a lot of media out there. Jack did some real good research, I would say, on finding out a lot of different information and coming up with some great questions. He also moderated the event and did it in a very professional way with a little humor that I think allowed him to get away with things that maybe an adult might not got away with. It's hard to, as a teenager, mute an adult when they're talking. And he stuck to his guns about being a moderator and said, nope, your time's up, but did it in a way that they all kind of chuckled and laughed and went on, and no one had any hurt feelings or anything like that. And I got so much good feedback from everybody about what a wonderful job he did. And so, Jack, I want to say not only good job on that, but also throughout all your classes and with me, you've done a really great job. And I know that's where your interest lies. And I can't wait to see what you do with that. So good job. Congratulations. And yes, vote for Jack in the future.
Fantastic job, Jack. All right, and with that, we are going to hand it over to Miss Woods.
All right, I am very happy to present Jane with the Student of the Semester for Science. Like everyone said, it was tough, but Jane has stuck out all semester, all year as someone who manages somehow to bridge the gap between creativity and science, which can be really tough. So for example, for their final project, students got to choose one topic to cover. She wrote me a 9-page story about a girl and a cyborg. to show me that she understood the characteristics of life. It was just beautiful. Every workshop, she's asking really great questions. It's not enough for her to just sit there and listen and learn. She wants to know more, and she wants to dig deeper, and she wants to ask the hard questions. Sometimes she even asks me a question and I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna look that up though. So it's been such a treat having her in class, and really having someone who not only just, sort of absorbs everything, but wants to dig deeper every single week. She goes above and beyond. So excellent, excellent, excellent work, Jane. I'm so super proud of you, and I look forward to having you again next year.
Great job, Jane. All right, and with that, we will turn it over to Miss Selby, who, by the way, has made everyone on VLA staff love math. So if you don't yet love math, just give it a couple more years and you will also love math. All right.
I would wear you down. That's really all it is. I just annoy you till you love it. So I'm just so pleased to honor Ali Cahiga. She has done such an amazing job this year. She came in, and I believe I had heard from the family, Allie's a little hesitant about math, kind of reluctant, but she is just killing it this year. Like, I'm so proud of you, Allie. I just can't believe you jumped. I don't even know if I told you this yet. You jumped 2 full grade levels in the iReady in 1 semester. You're just doing amazing work. I'm so proud of how, sort of relentlessly you ask for help until you get what you need. And it's amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Selby. Great work, Allie. Again, another new student. All right. With that, we go over to Miss Stalter for our 11th and 12th grade English award.
So this is when I get to just cheer on my seniors. When you go through 11th and 12th grade with me, we do the whole roller coaster of all of it. And Tommy, you're amazing. Like, I don't know if I have enough words. You took on a college class with, and I watched you do it at the end of the year, where you looked at me and went, I don't know if I can do this. And I promised you that you could, and you went into it and you believed in yourself and you did it, and you did so well in it. And then you enjoyed it. You almost found your happy place in academia. And that just, my little English heart just bursts. I'm also the senior experience teacher. And so that's always kind of in the back of my mind. And watching Tommy over the last 2 years become a true leader in this school, to the point where now in this pandemic, I'm touching base with juniors and seniors, and they're like, yeah, I don't know anybody, but I met this guy, Tommy. Talk to Tommy. Tommy and I had an hour-long phone call. He told me about teachers, told me what to look out for. Tommy, you do all of the things that we would want a kiddo to do when they're sitting beside you in the library, and you go out of your way to reach out to these kiddos as a leader in our school. And I'm looking at it in the chat. Miss Selby just said it. Tommy, you represent kind of the best of your class in that sense, and we're gonna miss y'all so much, because you guys are incredible, and you really exemplified everything that I kind of tell you you're capable of. When I meet you as 11th graders and I tell you we're gonna, by the end, you're gonna be running the world, and here you are, Tommy, running the world. So proud of you.
Awesome. Great job, Tommy. All right, up next, we have Mrs. Meditz for our Spanish award.
Okay, so our Spanish award goes to Miranda Rios. Miranda is just such a lovely person and student. And she stood out to me so much this semester for the work she did in Spanish 3. As I mentioned before, it is a really strong class, but she sets the bar for herself so high, and everyone else rises to that level, which is really amazing to see. And she shows that she masters the content in every area of communication. So interpersonal, her reading and her listening skills are excellent, her speaking skills. And one thing that she did this past semester that was particularly impressive is each story that we read, the students were supposed to learn about certain target structures, so grammar and vocabulary. And then she would use them in all of her speaking and writing and build and build and build. And she didn't forget them. She kept using them in her writing and in her speaking. And that's just a level of like conscientiousness that you wouldn't normally expect from a high school student. So Miranda is a stellar Spanish student. She is very deserving of being honored for her work.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ms. Meditz. Up next is myself. I did teach a geography course this semester. And for our geography award, I wanted to recognize Layla Gilman. Geography, much like PE, as I'm sure Mr. Farg is going to talk about, has a little bit of a different challenge with it in that we don't have a workshop meeting. And I think Layla stood out to me as being a student who was consistently getting work done very early in the week. Again, as all the teachers have shared with a lot of these students, was putting a lot of time and effort and thoughtfulness into every assignment. Her final project, where they were asked to develop their own nonprofit, really just blew me away, which she was able to come up with. In addition, she is somebody that asked for help when she needed it. And so all those things combined, I want to really recognize Layla Gilman. But again, it was hard to choose one student, as I know it was for all of our teachers, because there were so many students who were doing a lot of great work. So great job, Layla. Clap it up for you. And with that, I am going to turn it over to Miss Oakes, who was unable to make it today. I don't see that she's joined the call. So I am going to read her notes that she left regarding Yasmin Torrance. So Yasmin was recognized as Student of the Semester for Drawing. And Miss Oakes says that Yasmin has a strong artistic talent, and her commitment to quality is evident in all that she does. Her drawing skills are strong, and her artwork shows detail and creativity. Yasmin speaks and writes with confidence, demonstrating a clear understanding of covered content. I look forward to continuing to see more exciting and creative work from her. So great job, Yasmin. All right, and last but not least, we have Mr. Farwig with the PE award.
Did you get me? Okay. Well, the suspense was over a long time ago when you projected this award, Mr. Dobson. Okay. PE this year was a little challenging. It was new, it was different, and it's all virtual. Like Mr. Dobson was saying, there were no workshop hours in particular. And so since I didn't get to see the kids as much, the work the kids did is what spoke volumes to me. And Donovan's work was outstanding. Between, he didn't miss any assignment submissions. So very independent, on task, doing all the work that he needs to do. And I noticed him on the high honor roll list also. His baseline fitness tests were great. It was a joy to watch and grade those because the grit and the perseverance that he showed in those workouts was amazing. That will translate well and serve him well as he goes forward. My philosophy also has to do a lot with setting goals, working, and then reflecting. And so the way that he set goals and then reflected on those goals was really special also. And so he's adapted to the all new virtual class. I respect the work ethic and the problem solving that I've seen from him, and congratulations to Donovan.
Great job, Donovan. All right, and so a couple items before we do conclude. Again, I want to say congratulations to all of our students and families. We recognize that this has been an entire team effort this semester, and we again appreciate all of your support going into semester 2. I also want to say welcome to the VLA family, to our 2 new staff members that we brought on to start this year. So that's Ms. Woods and Mr. Guillen, who I didn't officially introduce Mr. Guillen to start this. So we're so happy to have you both on the team as well. And I also wanted to make a quick announcement regarding some upcoming material handouts. So there will be some emails going out, but we will have a material handout coming up this week. So that is on Tuesday, February 2nd at 1 o'clock, just out of the back of the VLA office, as we've been doing. And again, you'll get notification for those students that will need to come and pick up materials. We also have a material handout on Wednesday from 1 to 3 p.m. as well. And we know that at our last material pickup, it was the later time slot was pretty popular. So on Thursday, we are doing again another 5 to 6 p.m. pickup time. Last but not least, I want to conclude by challenging all of you that attended or that will watch this to continue the good work, to push yourself, to set those goals. We want to see more students on high honors. If you had honors in first semester, we don't want you to just settle there. We want to push yourself and get onto that high honors list. And if you didn't make honor roll, we want you to get onto that honor roll list. We have a tremendous amount of resources available to all of you. Please take advantage of those supports that we have in place. And we really look forward to supporting you in your academic endeavors. In addition, I just want to again point out how exciting of a year this is in a virtual format, but it's our first year with dual enrollment, and it's our largest freshman class we've ever had in VLA history. So we really look forward, as we are saying goodbye to this incredibly strong senior class, we look forward to passing that torch on to these new and upcoming students who have already made an impact on our culture. And so we want to say we really appreciate all of that as well. So with that, I'm going to stop the recording and thank you all, and I wish you all a good evening.